Welcome back to AM Utah. We're talking with Melissa Johnson, candidate for West Jordan mayor. Melissa, obviously the mayor can't do everything himself or herself, so will you be able to work with the other city council members to get things done?
Absolutely. It's a team effort. There are so many meetings that are held just in the city that one person can't attend them all. What we currently do on the council is we assign out a city council representative to go to each one of the city committee meetings and be the liaison to the council. Some of the meetings are even held at the same time. The mayor has the freedom, of course, to attend all of the meetings, but realistically, it's not possible when you have two that have conflicting times. So there are priorities. There are things and places that the mayor should be, and I would definitely be attending those meetings. Then there are other places it's not as important for it to be the mayor, just very important to have a representative. The best example I can give you of this would be the school board. As of May of 2009, there was a change to the law that allows now the mayor to have a seat at the table at school board meetings. This is new. So instead of just being a member of the audience, the mayor can participate in the discussion. If we're going to have any chance of avoiding tax increases in the future with the school district, we need to be able as a city to partner with them, to share services whenever possible, and to look for ways that we can cut spending across the board. So having the mayor attending those school board meetings and participating in those school board discussions is essential. We had a little bit of a drawback in our community because our city council meetings were held on Tuesday, the same night that school board meetings were held. I was able to, first I approached the school board to see if they could change their meeting schedule, but didn't meet with any success. I was able to get the city council to agree to change our meeting schedules, so now we meet on Wednesday nights, starting actually this month, so that we will be able to attend those school board meetings and not have to wait until the truth in taxation hearing comes around in June to comment on what's going on between the two entities. So being able to work together like that is essential if we're going to have any hope of keeping our property taxes low.
Excellent. What do you see as maybe a weak spot in our city? Give me 2 or 3 things that you would love to change if you had a magic wand, or things that you'll be working on during your term.
One thing that I think we need to change is the perception that our city is not customer service oriented, that City Hall is an unfriendly place full of unfriendly people who only want to cause trouble for you as a citizen. That isn't true, but there's the perception that it is because we don't have very good communication. What I would like to do is partner with, it's actually South Jordan that has a really good model of a customer call center, so that you can dial one number in the city and you get someone who can answer your questions. You aren't put on hold, you aren't transferred to somebody's voicemail. You have a system set up whereby whoever answers the phone has the authority and the information to help the person that's on the other end. So what South Jordan's gone from having 1 out of every 3 calls hang up before they got any help to now being able to answer 97% of their phone calls, and mostly they don't have to transfer. It's like 80%, 75-80% of them they can talk to right there. The first person that answers the phone can give you the information that you need.
This could be anything, as I understand it, from my dog needs a license to
absolutely,
to my pipes have burst or whatever.
Yeah, they put in work orders to the Public Works Department to get things fixed. They can put in a work order to get your street plowed if your garbage can wasn't picked up. If you need any information, it's all available. 1 phone number, 1 location, and some of it you will need to talk to a specialist, but they will know those questions. They will be able to direct you to the proper person for the answers that require a little bit of a technical bent or are unique. But 75% of the calls can be answered from 1 phone call without you having to be put on hold or transferred.
Melissa, you mentioned the recent property tax increase that we had. So how is our city doing financially?
Well, the recent property tax increase was the school district doing that. That wasn't the city. The city hasn't raised property taxes in a number of years, but it has been on the agenda. We've had truth in taxation hearings with the intent of raising property taxes. It's something that I have been fighting very hard against because I don't think it's necessary. It's it's a recession, and during a recession, it's the time that you cut back. You spend less, you weather the storm, and then when the recession ends, you have the same revenue source that you had before, and the city can still survive. I'm doing everything I possibly can to fight against potential property tax increases, but we have kind of a difficult situation now with the council. The 3 people that are up for re-election now, or the 3 positions that are up for re-election, leave 4 council members remaining on the council. 2 of them supported a property tax increase, and 2 of them were against it. So really, the decision right now on whether property taxes will go up in the future will rest in the people that are elected this year.
This year.
I'm the only member of the current council who has voted against every property tax increase and every other tax increase as well. Some of the tax increases went through. The property tax was defeated, but the telecommunications tax increase went through. And there's a constant push for a new stormwater tax. So it's not something that's going to end. We will experience a very difficult time with our budget this year. Revenues are down. It's not going to be an easy decision to make, but
so
it's
some
possible.
people would ask, how are we going to run the city if revenues are down? So what are some of your ideas?
The first step is to stop spending unnecessarily. The council just approved to put an additional, a 5th playground at the main park, $200,000 playground at the main park, and it's the 5th one that's there. So it's not a necessary expense at this time. There was talk I voted against it, but it passed anyway. There was talk to rebuild a fire station instead of just repair the roof, to build a $3.9 million fire station. I voted against that, voting instead just to repair the facilities that we already have. We will need these things in the future, but we don't need them now. And it's a situation of stop spending, make cuts where cuts are possible, and don't raise taxes. You do it as an individual. When your individual income goes down, you make cuts. You don't just keep spending and hope in the future that you'll have more money. We need to do that as a city, and it's something that I've been working on for the past 3 years, and I'll continue working on for the next 4.
Sounds like you have excellent ideas and you've got some plans in place. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here today with us.
Thank you. I enjoyed the opportunity to come and talk to you.
And thanks for tuning in to AM Utah. And please remember to vote on November 3rd. Mark your calendars now. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.